Hurry up, Sandy. Yes, hurry up. I am hurrying.
She can't hurry too fast. This part has to be done very carefully. There, I think you have it. How do you like it? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you've done such a wonderful job. I'm glad you girls decided to work on this project. You know, this is more than just pieces of cardboard that have been cut out and put here. This nativity scene will remind us of a wonderful event, the birth of Jesus. But I have a special reason for being glad that you wanted to do this. You know, in the rush of trimming the Christmas tree and shopping from store to store trying to figure out what gifts we can give, I'm afraid we sometimes forget the most important gift of all.
What's that, Mrs. Howard?
I'm not going to tell you what that gift is. I'm going to let you think about it this next week.
Won't you even give us a hint?
Yes, I'll give you some hints, but the rest will be up to you. Are you ready? Well, the first one has to do with our nativity scene here, the birth of Jesus. And here's the next hint. It won't cost you any money to give this gift. And the person to whom you give it might say, this makes me very happy. And the last hint is the most mysterious of all. You might give this gift I'm talking about and not even know that you're doing it. And the people to whom you give it might give the gift right back to you.
Why would they give it back? Does that mean they wouldn't like the gift?
Now, no more clues. See if you can't solve the puzzle during the coming week. All right, girls, that's all.
Goodbye, Mrs. Howard.
Goodbye, honey.
Goodbye, Mrs. Howard. It has to do with the birth of Jesus, and it doesn't cost any money. And the one you give it to might give it right back to you. That sure is hard to figure out.
I'm sure if you think real hard, you'll get it.
Bye, Mrs. Howard.
Goodbye, honey.
See who that is, will you, honey?
Okay, Mom. Who is it?
Me, Daddy. Open up, will you, honey?
Hi, Daddy.
Head me into the living room, will you, Sandy?
You look so funny, Daddy. What's in all the packages?
I'll tell you in a minute, honey. Wait till I get this stuff unloaded. Phew. I thought for a minute there I wasn't going to make it. Guess I should have made 2 trips.
Are all these presents?
Well, Adam, what in the world have you been doing, buying out a store?
Don't worry, honey. I didn't buy them. They were given to me.
Oh.
I asked all the boys at the plant to bring in any old toys their children might have so we could fix them up and give them to the welfare committee.
Oh, that's wonderful. These will make a lot of children happy.
They made me chairman of the committee.
Oh.
Besides, I don't like to see any little girl without a doll or any little boy without a truck. And this is one way we can help.
Can I give some of mine, too, Daddy?
You sure can, honey. You just pick out any toy you'd like to give and let me know if it needs fixing up. Want to help me with these?
I'd love to, Daddy. Where will we do it?
In the basement? Shall we take them down now?
Oh, no, you don't. Supper's ready. If I let you get down there, I won't get you back till bedtime.
How do you like that? Your mother's interfering with the wheels of progress.
No, she's not. She's just keeping a perfectly good dinner from going bad. Come on.
Come on, honey.
How much does it cost to fix these toys?
Oh, I don't know, honey. I never gave it much thought. The toys are needed. That's the important thing. Why?
I'm trying to think of a special gift.
You mean something for Mother?
No, something else. Sort of a riddle. I have to figure it out by myself.
Oh. Hey, looks like I lost my helper tonight.
Well, you can't have her all the time. I need it sometimes, too, you know.
I promised Mom I'd help her make some Christmas cookies, but I'll be done pretty soon.
Oh, okay. You go right ahead. But if you need anyone to test those cookies, I'll be in the basement.
Okay. Christmas is a wonderful time, isn't it? It's even better than it was when I was real little.
Yes, darling. And as you grow older and learn more and more about Jesus and the celebration of his birth at Christmas time, it'll mean even more then.
Oh, Mom, we finished our manger scene at church, and I got to hang the star.
Oh, that's wonderful. I must be sure to see it. Mrs. Howard's invited me to visit your class several times. This would be a good time to do it, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Please do.
You're fortunate to have Mrs. Howard as a teacher.
I know. We have so much fun in our class.
Now, we'll give these 10 minutes. I don't want them to burn.
Mom,
Yes, darling.
how much does it cost to make these cookies every year?
Honey, I never really counted the cost. I don't know. Why do you ask?
I'm trying to figure out something. Last week in church, Mrs. Howard was talking about a gift. She didn't say what it was, but she gave us some ideas.
Oh, that sounds exciting. You need some help?
Supposed to figure it out by herself.
Well, what did she say about it?
Well, she said it doesn't cost any money, and it's always welcome, and it has to do with Christmas. And the one you give it to, it makes them so happy that they might even give it back to you.
Oh, well, that's a puzzler, isn't it? What do you suppose it is?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, when you find out what it is, be sure and tell me, won't you?
I will.
You know, I have an idea. How would you like to have our nativity scene in your own room this year?
Oh, Mom, could I? I'll make a star, just like the one I made at church.
Sure there aren't any more burnt or broken ones?
Here's one that's absolutely perfect.
It's not. The head's off.
Well, it tastes just as good, doesn't it? Well, there we are. All 196 of them.
You mean you counted them?
No, Sandy did. She's certainly been busy today. I sent her to bed early thinking she'd be tired. But when I went up for our goodnight talk and prayers, she was busy setting up the nativity scene.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Star and all. Right by her bed. You know, she's beginning to understand the real meaning of Christmas, too.
Mrs. Howard's been a great help to her. She's a very fine teacher.
I wonder what all that mystery is about the Christmas gift. Sandy tell you about that?
Yes, she did. She's determined to figure it out for herself.
But you better hurry, then. She's only got 2 more days to do it. Did you say 195 cookies?
No, 196. And you stay out of them.
It has to do with the birth of Jesus. It doesn't cost any money. And it'll make folks happy. And they might even give it back. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is.
Well, there they are, all ready to go.
Oh, I just can't believe it. They look like new. Oh, you've done a wonderful job, Bill.
I had a good helper.
Oh, they'll make a lot of children happy. That reminds me. I have to call the committee and see if they have any new names and addresses to add to my cookie list.
Did you put down 127 Walnut Street?
That's our address, Daddy.
Oh, pardon me.
We'd better get those cookies delivered in a hurry. They're all finished, dear, except for the ones you wanted saved. And I left you some frosting for them.
Okay, Mom, but promise me you and Dad won't come in the kitchen. I have a special reason.
I promise. We'll be in the living room if you want us.
More secrets?
I'm afraid so. It's Christmas, you know. Do you want me to help you carry some of these up?
No, we better leave them down here till tomorrow. They'll be out of the way, and besides, they're not quite dry yet.
All right. Oh, they're wonderful.
Ready? Here I come. I made it especially for you. One for each of you.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Why, they're beautiful. Oh, this makes me very happy.
Mama?
What's the matter?
I think I know the special gift Mrs. Howard was talking about. It fits the clues and everything. It's love. I'm sure it is. The gift of love.
How'd you figure that out?
Mrs. Howard said the one who receives the gift might say, "This makes me very happy." And that's just what Mommy said. She says the gift might come back. And love does, doesn't it?
It sure does, honey. The more we love, the more love we have. It's a gift that can be given again and again and never run out of. Christmas gifts we only give at Christmas time. But the gift of love is the most wonderful gift of all. You can give it any time.
Yes, it's the gift God gave us all at Christmas time. He loved us so much, he sent us his own son as our Savior. He taught us to love not just at Christmas time, but all year round.
The gift of love. I figured it out. Wait till I tell Mrs. Howard. The gift of love.
Hey, hi everybody. Hello, I'm Skip of AV Geeks. Thanks for joining me on this Friday lunch streaming event, which we've been striving to do since the beginning of summer, which I haven't always been in town, so it hasn't always happened, and it has been all over the map as far as what time we start and stop, so I appreciate you tuning in. Today I had enough things that we've purchased on eBay over the last couple of months that I felt like we wanted to watch some of them. So we have 3 films, and so we're going to watch them. There you go. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start rewinding. So one of the reasons we can buy films on eBay is because you guys have been donating via Patreon and other ways. And so thank you for that. There's not any particular film that we look for, but there's just lots of stuff that piques our interest. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy that. And pretty much I've just been buying things that nobody else bids on, so I haven't really been outbidding anybody. If someone feels strongly about that they really want a film, I just let them have it. And that philosophy has actually served me pretty well. I've gotten some of my absolute most favorite films where nobody else bid on them because they didn't really quite understand what it was. And I didn't understand what it was. I was like, that sounds really weird. I should get it. So like my favorite film, Pride on Parade, which the description was Oscar Mayer film about high school marching bands. Really quite something. Really an amazing film, because it's not really about high school marching bands. Anyways, so some people pointed out in the comments, yes, this was very God's Christmas gift is very very much like Leave It to Beaver. It was made in the late 50s. Family Films was a Christian film company that made films and sold them for the church market. And so, yes, it has a very situation comedy type of thing to it. And I swear, man, the Sunday school teacher looks really familiar. There's a lot of character actors in here who basically, and William Claxton, I feel like, did some television as well, besides doing these series. This one. Some of these are not labeled. Oh, this one is. All right, cool. Found it. So you're watching this as a premiere. I have not watched these films at all. So hopefully there's not anything adult or scandalous or violent or anything that will get me in trouble, like an Ariana Grande performance that will get me flagged and kicked off of YouTube. Yeah. And you'll see, as you can see, like, we're actually literally, running a film. These are films. We have a collection of over 25,000, and we are literally doing it. And I just got a webcam, again, thanks to your donations. And so let's get a close-up so you can actually see. This is awesome. So it comes off the reel. And then this is the light housing right here. And then there's a mirror. So the image, camera focuses on the image. Right here, every time a sprocket goes through, then it pulses and it captures. So that's literally what's happening. And then it's going into this box, and then it's going into this box, and then it's going into this computer, and I'm using OBS Studio. I don't want to do a weird feedback thing. So yeah, that's the magic. Embracing over 100 years of technology, film and video and internet technology. What could possibly go wrong? All right, so this next film, let me type in the title, is called The Goof. So enjoy.
Cute, Ted. I hate to give him up. We can't keep them all. If we did, we'd have hamsters running out the bedrooms. I guess so. You know, with this one right here, some scientists might discover a new cure for something. You might be historic someday. Can't ever tell. Do you think they mind? The hamsters, I mean. They are sort of like us. I mean being twins. Except they're quintuplets. I'd feel awful if I had to go away somewhere, all by myself. Do you think they mind?
No, Hamsters are just hamsters, aren't you?
Hello, Mr. Brown. How would you like to come out for a little bit of fresh air? Oh, Mr. Brown here must be a great-great-granddaddy. He's had dozens and dozens of children. Do you suppose he ever wonders how his family's getting along in the world?
Of course not.
But how do you know that animals don't feel things like we do?
They're not as smart, for one thing. Besides, don't you know your biology? Humans are the highest form of life.
You mean some humans are?
Well, naturally, I don't include people like Henry Robinson. Goof is in a class by himself.
Sometimes I wish Goof were in a world by himself.
He practically is. Nobody wants to be around him.
I've noticed him hanging around Mr. Claiborne lately. I saw them in the soda shop yesterday.
Poor Mr. Claiborne. Why doesn't he just up and tell Goof to get lost?
Because he's nice to everybody. In fact, he's the nicest man I know, except for Daddy.
Yeah, our ball team sure has been different since he started to coach us. Wait, we're going to win that championship this afternoon.
Hi, kids.
Hello, Mr. Claiborne.
How are my twin zookeepers today? Oh, and how are you, Mr. Brown? Any new additions today?
No, but Mrs. McGillicuddy's going to have some little ones in a couple of weeks.
Oh, how many do you and Ted have now?
13 counting the babies.
We're taking 5 to the lab next Saturday.
You get pretty attached to them, I imagine, huh?
Pam sometimes acts like we were giving away a member of the family.
Mr. Brown is a member of the family. He was the first one we ever owned.
Well, you have a very handsome family. What I came by for is to tell you that Tony Mitchell can't play today. He's in bed with the flu.
Tony's sick? For the playoffs?
But he's the best batter we have.
The Tigers won't stand a chance with him out.
Oh, sure they will, Pam. We've still got 8 good men on the team, right, Ted? And this will give Henry a little experience.
Henry? You mean Goof?
You aren't going to let him play, are you?
Well, Henry will never improve without practice.
But Mr. Claiborne, you know how he fouls everything up? Besides, this isn't practice.
Well, Sonny's got a bad knee. Ed is at camp. Jim's working. That's all the subs we have. Oh, Henry can't do much harm in right field.
You don't know Goof. He can cause trouble by just breathing.
The other fellas won't like it.
Well, you're the captain, Ted.
I know, but
He can make us lose the championship.
it's bad enough having him live next door to us. He's always in our hair as it is, but to have him on the team?
My kids, I know how much you want to win, but now don't be defeated before the game even starts.
Goof couldn't catch a blind caterpillar. And he's such a pest.
Wouldn't we be better off playing with one short?
Now, this will be the greatest thing that ever happened to Henry. Oh, anyway, you know the rules. If we don't have a full team, we have to forfeit. And, Ted, Henry might just surprise you if you'll give him a chance.
Can't you just see how Goof will act?
He must have been out of town when the brains were handed out.
I wish you were out of town right now.
I got it. Hi, Twin Uglies. Hey, Ted, you guys got a real break today. Mr. Claiborne said I'm going to play.
Yeah, Goof. A real break for the other team.
Are you with me? Is everybody with me? Go team, rah, rah, rah! Why don't you let me pitch, huh? Come on, I can pitch better than Alan.
Oh, yeah, sure you can.
Or shortstop. Come on, let me play shortstop. Something tough. You need a good player.
Look, Goof, you're going to be in right field, and all we want you to do is stand there real quiet. You get it?
Right field. Nobody ever hits a ball out there.
That's the general idea.
You're such a hot-shot ball player. Why don't you have a better glove? Real professional, I mean. This is the best there is. Just like the big leaguers use.
Well, this love's played a lot of ball. You got some objections to it?
Well, if you can't do any better, it's a glove, I guess. No, sirree, you can't say it isn't a glove.
Get lost, will you?
do you raise these rats for anyway? They're hamsters, and you know it. Well, they look like rats to me. For your information, they'll be used for medical research. Medi-who? Oh, you wouldn't understand. You mean they operate on them? They test new drugs and vaccines on them. It's very important. Oh. Here, Rat. Come here, Rat. Don't do that. It'll make them nervous. A nervous rat? And you make me nervous, too. Woo! A nervous rat? 2, 4, 6, 8. Hoodoo stockpile. Well, that's Goof. Let's get ready for the game.
Yeah.
I'm out, Unc.
Time?
Hey, Alan, come over here a minute. Lefty Johnson's up again, and he's really hitting them. They're all going to right field, and Goof hasn't caught one of them. No matter where I throw him, Lefty pokes him out into right field.
Alan, keep throwing him to the outside. Ted, move back about 10 feet toward right field. Help Henry out.
I'd like to help him. Right out of the park. If Goof drops one now, we've lost the ball game. Don't worry about Johnson. He can hit a mosquito. You can give him a fly swatter for a bat. 3 strikes, real easy. We got him beat. Hey, Goof! Move back. Way back, and if the ball comes to me, keep out of my way. Look at him showing off. Strike him out, Alan. Damn, Alan. Good hit, Ted.
Thanks.
It's such an easy ball. 1 little fly and 4 runs. 4! It's impossible to me. One thing's for sure. If he ever plays on our team again, I'm not. I'm so mad I don't know what to do. He heard me say that I had it. I'm going to be the big bat hero. Might as well have forfeited. Oh, that Goof. Stupid, smart Alex, show up Goof. Why do you suppose he acts like that? He must know what makes everybody hate him. He doesn't know anything.
Well, I know one thing. I'm through with him.
Hi, gang. Hey, move over, Chubby. Well, the team played some fine ball today. I'm proud of you. Oh, come on, perk up. It's only a game.
We know that, Mr. Claiborne.
It, looks like everybody's here but Henry. Did he go home?
I don't know where he went, but I'm glad he did.
No, don't be too rough on Henry. He just got flustered.
He was born flustered. Say, Mr. Claiborne, would you excuse me? I'm supposed to meet my dad.
Why, sure thing, Alan.
And I have to get to my piano lesson.
Uh-huh. Oh, say, Alan, pass the word around to the rest of the fellas to just forget about that last play, okay?
Sure thing. Won't do any good, Mr. Claiborne. Everybody's just fed up with Goof.
Well, he'll probably never say so, but down inside, Henry feels worse about this than you do.
He doesn't have any feelings.
It's not that he can't play ball, Mr. Claiborne. It's the way he acts. Always punching somebody, making wise remarks, acting like the big shot.
Poor Henry. He just doesn't know what to do with himself. Kids, I know he's hard to get along with, but there aren't many people who are lucky enough to have a twin. And Henry has no friends, no interests.
And no sense.
So is it surprising that he tries to get attention, any kind of attention?
He tries to make us mad.
I think he would rather have you pick on him, even fight with him. Anything but ignore him.
But you just can't like somebody like that.
Well, I'm not asking you to like him. For a start, it's enough to just think about him.
We've tried to put up with Henry, Mr. Claiborne. Honest. We've tried every way we know how.
Well, maybe you've tried to tolerate him, but have you ever really looked at him? Have you ever really tried to talk with him? I don't mean make fun of him or tease him, but just talk with him. Have you?
Well, but you don't know Goof.
But the point is, whatever Henry does, however he behaves, he's not just an animal, a hamster or something. He's human, just like the rest of us.
Mr. Claiborne just doesn't understand. It's impossible to get along with Goof.
Get along with him? All I want to do with him is put him into outer space. Permanent orbit.
Goof is fooling around with the hamsters. Mr. Brown's cage. Mr. Brown is gone.
You let him out on purpose, didn't you?
Mr. Brown can't stay out all by himself. Something will happen to him, and it'll be all your fault. I didn't let him out. Honest. I just brought him a piece of lettuce.
Oh, yeah, well, how'd the door get open by itself?
It was like that when I came. Mr. Brown, come here, Mr. Brown. Come on, come on, come on, Mr. Brown. Come here, Mr. Brown. Here, Mr. Brown. It's me, Henry.
Go on home, Goof. You'll scare him away.
I won't scare him away. He'll know I'm his friend.
Oh, yeah, you're just great. You are.
Be quiet. He's coming to me. Here, Mr. Brown. It's me, Henry. I brought something for you. Oh, thank goodness he's all right. Let me hold him for a while. He's nice. I told you he'd come to me. Hey, he likes me. He came to me. You must have forgotten to lock the door this morning. Well, I don't really remember fastening it. If he were mine, I sure wouldn't forget. Hey, do you think you could teach me how to raise hamsters? Would you show me? Would you? They take an awful lot of time, Goof.
And brains.
But he liked me. Didn't you see it? Well, he wasn't scared at all. No couldn't. Where could I get a hamster?
Well, Dad got ours in Hill City.
If I saved up enough money, do you think he'd buy me a pair?
I don't know. He doesn't go there very often.
Well, I could raise them to settle laboratories like you do. If they discovered a vaccine with one of my hamsters, do you think they'd name it after me?
If they discovered a vaccine against goofiness, believe me, they'd be glad to name it after you.
A vaccine against goofiness? Boy, that's a good one. Hey, just call me Doc. Dr. Goof. Is there a doctor in the house? Coming, nurse. Hold for Dr. Goof. Coming, nurse. Hold for Dr. Goof. Still showing off. But for a minute there, he was almost human.
He thought Mr. Brown liked him. Oh, Mr. Brown liked that lettuce.
You know, He's sort of pitiful in a way. Funny he'd do a thing like that. Bring Mr. Brown the lettuce, I mean.
Yeah.
Ted, do you think we could teach him to raise hamsters?
Wouldn't be easy. And why should we?
I just have a feeling we ought to try. Maybe we could give him 2 for babies as a start.
What are you doing? Going a little soft in the head?
Maybe. But I was just thinking about what Mr. Claiborne said. That we hadn't really, honestly tried. Who knows? Maybe we will discover a vaccine against goofiness. Hey, Ted! Ted? You know, it's too bad we lost that game. I'd have had that ball, if you hadn't gotten in my way.
You know, Henry might have caught that ball.
Wow. So it turns out the company Trafco is actually part of the Methodist Church. So, yet again, another similar film to what we showed before. What's happening here? A similar film to what we showed before with God's Christmas gift. I don't think this third film is religious. I'm not sure, but uh-oh. Wow! All right. Let me go ahead and rewind this. As you see, actual film. Why do I keep saying that? Because there's a lot of people on the internet who say, look, I have all these films, but they don't actually have the films, they just have files that they've downloaded from other sources. And I'm not calling them posers, but I got the film. I got a house filled with films, so there you go. I don't know if that gives me any more credit or points in the world. It just means I have a lot more films. Yeah, so anyways, I got some upcoming stuff that something just popped up. If you just happen to be in Los Angeles next Thursday, the Alamo Draft House has just opened downtown Los Angeles, and I am going to be screening in one of the theaters on the grand opening. So, yeah, reach out to me, and I'll try to figure out a way to get you in. I'm not sure if it's first come, first serve, or what the deal is, but I will spread the word. Just message me somehow on Facebook or whatever. Anyways, I have a long history with the Alamo Draft House. I've worked with them for basically 19 years, almost 19 years, and I've seen them grow from one theater into many, many, many ones, and helped open an Alamo in Raleigh, and so I'm excited to be at the grand opening in Los Angeles, because that one's been a long time coming. Alright, here we go. So this last film I'm showing, I don't know the title of it. Again, it just says SSS, so it could be just S, or it could be short for something. So I can't remember what it stands for. Any guesses? Anybody want to guess what SSS stands for? Write it in the comments. It could be Super Sweet 16. Could be something swell. It looks like it is missing the leader. It's kind of just starts. So we'll just jump right into it. So maybe I'll have no idea what the title is, because there's no. It looks like the intro is cut. What do I just do with this? All right. That sometimes happens. Yeah, some people on eBay sell stuff that's just kind of they get from labs. Oh man, the color looks really good on this. So, I'll flip it back and you can kind of see. It's kind of greenish, but that's cool. Alright, so you can see there's an SSS there, so we'll see what this is. Enjoy.
Color. Not all cleaning operations are the same. In fact, they vary tremendously from one business to another. A manufacturing plant has one set of problems, an office another. Depending on the type of floors, layout, and 100 other pertinent factors, you will want to follow the most appropriate type of cleaning operation. But which? A good question. And to answer it, the resources of the entire SSS organization are brought to bear. For no matter what business you are in, there is at least one SSS company whose experience is extensive in your type of maintenance. If your SSS representative cannot give you the answer right away, he will have a special study conducted by SSS headquarters. For regardless of the size of your local SSS distributor, he has access to the research facilities of the entire worldwide SSS organization. Among the many cleaning products on the market, which are the most suitable for a particular cleaning operation? Which give the best performance for the money? These answers are difficult and expensive to ascertain for yourself. Moreover, individual supply companies cannot afford to compile such broad product knowledge alone. Your SSS organization, because of its size, can do this for you. The products distributed by a SSS member have been thoroughly tested by several member companies. Detailed questions have been answered, special tests and cleaning operations have been carried out. SSS tests hundreds of such products each year, but only a small number are accepted. Cleaning with safety means knowing your products and when and where they are to be used. It means being aware of the importance of safety in your daily work habits. And it means knowing not only how to use your equipment, but also how to maintain it in a safe working condition. Knowing and doing this not only prolongs the life of your equipment, but also makes your job easier and you more efficient. A rotary single-disc machine, due to its ability to work in confined spaces, is one of the most widely used machines in our industry. Here the machine is about to be placed incorrectly on top of the SSS big wheel in an attempt to engage the clutch plate. Many machines have suffered severe damage to their gear systems due to this bad practice. Notice the manner in which the SSS big wheel is being placed on the clutch plate. This is the correct and safe method. Always keep the cord clear of the driving assembly of the machine. If it should become entangled in this assembly, the cord could be broken or cut. This not only means the possible loss of the cord, which is an expensive replacement, but it could also create an electrical hazard for the operator. Always work away from the cord rather than toward it. Cord damage can again be reduced by grasping the plug rather than the cord when removing it from a wall socket. Never store a machine with a brush on it. The weight of the machine will cause the brush to flatten and lose its efficiency. The brush should be removed and stored on a shelf or hung on the wall. After a scrubbing or stripping job, the pads or brushes are thoroughly cleaned. The electrical cord has been wiped, and now the machine is cleaned. Periodically, the screws of the floor machine should be tightened and the wheels lubricated. Wipe the excess oil from the wheels. The motor is sealed. Do not touch the motor. Your vacuum can also be converted into a blower unit by placing the suction hose into the exhaust port. It can then be used to periodically blow out the air vents of the floor machine. This helps to prevent overheating of the floor machine motor. Straight suction or tank-type vacuums will remove surface soil from a carpet. However, a vacuum with a beater brush will remove compacted dirt and other soil deeply embedded under the carpet pile. The beater brush should be adjustable to the various depths of pile. Always keep the cord clear of the beater brush. An overfilled dust bag will greatly reduce the vacuuming efficiency of the machine and will eventually plug it completely. The man turning this machine into his supervisor stated that it would not work. The only thing wrong was that the bag had overfilled and the dirt had impacted into the intake channel and throughout the head of the machine. Once this impacted dirt was removed and the bag emptied, it worked perfectly. Vacuum bags should never be washed or dry cleaned. A vigorous shaking is all that is needed to keep them in good working condition. Agitator brushes must be replaced as they wear. To check brushes, place a piece of cardboard or a ruler across the nozzle. If the brush does not touch it, it is time for a replacement. It is important that the correct shampoo be used in carpet cleaning. SSS offers shampoos for both rotary machine shampooing and also dry foam type cleaning. This is a wet and dry vacuum. This is the dust filter bag and must be in the machine when dry material is being picked up. It prevents harmful dust from entering the motor. The filter bag should also be in place when picking up moisture from carpets following shampooing. The filter bag is removed when vacuuming liquids. This is the float valve. It automatically stops the wet pickup action when the water reaches the top level. However, if the solution is sudsy, the foam will not shut the valve. If foamy material is being picked up, the tank must be checked visually to determine when to empty it. The most frequent repair problem for wet and dry vacuums is caused by foam being sucked through the exhaust ports. This corrodes the vacuum fans and exhaust ports and causes the machine to malfunction. Using a low sudsing detergent will help prevent this problem. After a wet pickup job, the tank has been emptied and rinsed. The safety orange SSS hose and tools are then wiped clean. To prolong the life of the hose, it should be suspended from 2 points. The top of the vacuum should be left at a slight angle. A custodian is responsible for many types of equipment other than machinery. While using concrete or wood floor seals, lamb's wool applicator heads may be saved for reuse by first pressing out the seal. Then remove the handle and wrap the head in a dry Turkish towel. Wrap these towels tightly around the applicator head and then cover this with heavy paper or plastic such as the SSS can liner. The fumes from the mineral spirits will keep the lamb's wool moist and ready for use for days. If lamb's wool applicators are used to apply water emulsion finishes, they may be cleaned in warm soapy water and left on the frame for drying. Many times a clogged dispenser can be put back into working order by filling it with hot water. This will liquefy any congealed soap. Then the spout can be cleaned with a pen or paper clip. If this fails, then the dispenser should be disassembled to determine if any of the components need to be replaced. SSS offers 3 liquid, 1 lather, and 1 powdered soap dispenser. The manufacturer's instructions should be followed when installing any soap dispenser. If the back plate has 4 screw holes, then they should all be used. This makes the dispenser more secure from damage or pilferage. A mobile trash collection cart is the most efficient way of collecting wastebasket refuse. This SSS cart also has a handy caddy for carrying assorted cleaning tools. The cart is strong and will hold up to 200 pounds, yet it folds into a compact 10-inch width for storage. SSS also offers a top-quality plastic liner for all sizes of wastebaskets and cans up to 55-gallon drums. Plastic liners prevent the interior of the receptacle from becoming impregnated with soil and eliminates the time-consuming job of washing the baskets. Daily sweeping of floors is considered to be one of the most important steps of floor care. A treated dust mop not only removes visible debris, but also the fine dust and sand particles that will scratch and mar the floor finish, causing it to wear away more quickly. A dust mop can only pick up so much soil and then it must be unloaded by shaking. Doing this frequently ensures a better job of sweeping. SSS dust mops are available in SSS safety orange color or hospital white. Some traffic areas require daily damp mopping. This should be done with a neutral detergent. Follow the directions on the label or consult with your SSS representative to determine the correct dilution ratio. Excessive use of even a neutral cleaner can cause a cloudiness to the luster of the finish. It may even cause a deterioration of the finish. Wet mops should be thoroughly washed out at the end of each workday. Mop buckets, both galvanized and microline, along with the wringers, should be rinsed and dried before storage. Mop bucket casters, like other casters and moving parts, should be lubricated occasionally. Be sure to wipe away the excess lubrication so that it will not drip on the floor. Dust mops should be cleaned with a SSS gong brush at the end of each workday. This practice increases the efficiency and longevity of the mop. If dust mops are retreated periodically between launderings or disposal, this should be done at the end of the workday, and they must be allowed to hang overnight before using them. Never allow a dust mop to stand overnight on a porous floor or surface. as the treatment will be transferred from the mop into the porous surface. They should be hung with the face away from the wall. If the dust mop is laundered and retreated, it should be stored in a plastic bag, such as a SSS can liner, to prevent loss of treatment while in storage. Your SSS representative offers you both the reusable dust mop, as we have seen, and also the new economical disposable dust mop. Each of these locations requires a different type of floor brush or broom. Your SSS representative is trained to help you select the proper brush for the job. If the handle position is changed weekly, the efficiency and life expectancy of the broom will be greatly improved. This custodial supply room reflects good planning and also the custodian's pride in his skill and workmanship. We in the sanitation field are rightfully proud of our contributions to our environment. Great advancements have been made in the quality of sanitation chemicals and equipment. We as members of SSS are proud of these accomplishments, and you too must be equally proud of your industry. Being proud of your work and your tools ensures superior results and a safer environment for all.
Wow. That film was awesome. So, some of you might not agree, and I get it, but I love training films, work training films very much. I wasn't sure, I guess I looked back at the description, I wasn't sure if this was going to be an ad for sanitary products. And it looks like it was a little bit, but it's mostly training. And what a horrible thing to do to your custodian. Not only do they have to handle this equipment, now you have to make them watch this horrible training film. It is, I like it because it's very niche and it's very ephemeral. It's meant for a very specific audience or very specific time, very specific equipment. And it's meant to maybe deal with some of the issues of when SSS made these cleaners, the chemistry and also the equipment. Well, like, you know what? We just need to tell custodians not to do this, otherwise we're going to strip the gears, etc. So I like films like this. They tell me a lot more than just about SSS cleaning products. Yeah, there you go, eBay. Nobody else bid against me on that. What a surprise. And I like the fact that some of you suggested Sig Sputnik, which, yes, I wish. Thanks everybody for tuning in. As I said, I'm going to be in Los Angeles next week, so I'm not actually going to be able to stream. I don't think I'll be able to do that. So, following week I'll be back, and we'll watch something else. Maybe I don't know. It's whatever films lying around, and there are quite a few lying around. So, thanks again. If you like what you saw, you can support us by going to avgeeks.com. There's a place to buy DVDs there. Also information on how you can help us. Also, there's this kind of Patreon, which is this kind of tip jar subscription thing. You pay a little bit of money every month, and that money we spend. We do not keep it. We spend it, and we spend it on films like SSS, or a new webcam, or, I don't know, tape, like white artist tape. I mean, we use a lot of white artist tape. So, thank you. Thanks for your support. Another way to support us is just tell people that what we do. And I don't know if any music is going to be flagged on this. That'll get us knocked off of YouTube or Facebook. But I appreciate you guys checking in. And usually these are archives. You can actually see them. And there's previous weeks' streaming events. So check them out. Also, thanks to the person on Twitch who watched most of the time. Thank you, Twitch. You could be just sitting and watching somebody play a video game, and instead you watched someone cleaning with a motorized mop. So, thank you. So, have a good weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.